Welcome back to another adventure. Perhaps you had something going on this weekend. Perhaps it's raining where you're at. So if you'd like, come along with me and get your fix for kind of the average Joe metal detecting here, hitting up parks and stuff and seeing if there's any surprises out here. First signal looks like a zinking. Coin spill. Quarter. Dime. Surface dime on the edge of a basketball court. Things drop and then they roll and they stop right in the grass line. So always check. 10 more cents. Dime in the hole. Jefferson. Dime. Someone had a dime party here. Here's a nickel, again settling right in the seam between the grass and the basketball court. Could have been a ring with that nice signal in the midtone. Jefferson. Spring has sprung. Dime. 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 Another coin spill. There. 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 And there. Here's something in the high 80s to 90s. There's 90s. The problem is, it's a little large. So, I'll make myself look like a fool again and dig this. Of course, I dig everything. Okay, let's live dig the hole. Hopefully y'all can see there. Hopefully I didn't lose track of where it was putting the camera down, but I think it's somewhere right around here. It's probably part of a can, if I had to guess. Okay, let's see here. Okay. I see a stack of quarters. Yeah, that would do it. That stack of quarters will produce a nice high tone like that. And then the other rule is always double check. Make sure there's nothing else. Oop. What do we get? We got a bonus dime right here. Okay, let's see. Is there anything else in here? Yeah, dime and 2 quarters stacked on top of each other. That'll give you a sound that sounds like a nice silver ring. Unfortunately, it wasn't this time, but maybe next time. 10 more cents. Now, this is only my second quarter, and I think why there's so many dimes and so few quarters is somebody probably swept through here taking the nicer high tones, because in this particular soil, I'm noticing that the pennies are sometimes sounding close in the dime range. And there's so many of those signals in the 80s here that people probably aren't even bothering with them. Of course, you could have small silver rings and things in that range. So as I do, I will dig everything until I've mined everything out of this area. Oh, here's another quarter they missed. Maybe they weren't as thorough as I thought they were. Another quarter. I'm on a roll. Hopefully a quarter roll. And here's another dime, so let's pouch that. Now a word on hole digging. Sometimes you'll see me make a perfect circle, pop a plug out, recover an item, and then flap it back in there. Other times, you'll see me stick my shovel in there and then just pry up the sod and fold it back. This is a pretty good way to do it too, because it leaves a jagged edge. And when I fold this back over like this, all I gotta do is really step on this thing like that and fluff the grass. And that jagged edge makes it blend nice and easy. So just a little tip there on the hole digging. Another dime, rolled right off the cord. Quarter, dime, dime. Free football. I'll leave it for the kids. Okay, I got a 53 nickel signal. Again, right off the basketball court in here. It's most likely a nickel, but it could be a gold ring. Sometimes they show up in that range. So Let's find out together. Oh no, that's a pull tab. Pop top, more accurately. Dime, dime, quarter, quarter, nickel, another quarter. It's getting hard to walk around here with all this clad in my bag. Quarter. And this is a double basketball court, and I've only walked around 3 sides of this. I've been here for probably 40 minutes or maybe a little longer, and it's just amazing how much clad there is and not a single piece of jewelry yet. Nickel, dime. Found another suspected quarter coin spill. This one's hiding right under the grass, so I guess all the other ones I heard got to be somewhere right around there. So in this instance, I'm just going to go. All right, let's have a look here. There it is, right there. Okay, put that in the pouch. Let's see what else is here. There's something here. Move the grass around. Oh, and there's a little dime. It was part of that whole conglomeration. Let's see what else is here. I don't know, I might have just said it, but this whole park is this whole basketball court is one big coin spill. All right, I'll check it again with my machine before I move on, but I think that's it for this one. And a second effort with my main metal detector produced another surface quarter out of that. 10 more. Who leaves a perfectly good penny right out in the open like this? That's crazy. I'm gonna keep that. Another one right out in the open. What's worse than someone leaving a perfectly good penny out in the open like that? That's so wasteful. What's worse? Leaving a dime out here in the open. All right. And there it went. Rolling and rolling right off the edge. And there's your nickel right here. Free. Absolutely 100% free. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Down the hill. Right there. Bang. Another nickel. And you know what else rolls? Rings. They do the same thing. Just not right here in this moment. They might be down a little bit further. Let's keep looking. Nickel. Quarter. Yeah, whoever did the park before, you know, they missed quite a bit of quarters, so I suppose it hasn't been hit as hard as I thought it was. And here's my 2 cents. Quarter. Dime. Quarter. Quarter. Dime. There's another nickel. And anyone that pays money for worms to go fishing should probably rethink it. Nickel. Another opportunity to teach here. Here's my hole. I couldn't hear anything in here. I knew that it was just below the surface when I ran my pinpointer over it. So what did I do? I immediately look on my shovel. A lot of the times, things that you're digging up will be stuck to the shovel, just like this penny. Another quarter. Another quarter. Nickel. Nickel. Dime. 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 Quarter. Quarter. Penny and a quarter. A dime stacked onto a penny. Quarter. And there's a surface dime, kind of. Quarter. Nickel. Guess who got another ring? See, I don't know how many coins I dug today, probably over 100. But this is why. It's exciting to find rings. Look at this. We're going to discover this together. Or unless it's some kind of... Oh, I hope it's not like something different. That would be embarrassing. It feels circular. It is circular. And now we get to pop out that center together. I'm gonna do that without a gloved hand. I like to feel that dirt. Okay, let's have a look at this bad boy right here. Okay, that's ring 101. It looks like I need to get a new box. I don't even care if it's junk. It's another one. That's why I do this. I love finding them. It rang up in the 52, bouncing between 52 and 51. So there's a chance it could be white gold. It is a little flattened a little bit. Gold is a softer metal, especially when you're dealing with this. I don't want to get my hopes up, but we'll analyze it and put it under the old microscope and see if there's a proof mark on it. There we go. That's why I do this right here. So I just dug a cent, and I normally don't record them because, you know, unless they're the larger variety, if you know what I mean, which doesn't happen that often for me. And then I look over and there's a little coin spill. It's right here on the ground. Look at that. A quarter and a nickel. I didn't even swing over that. It was just sitting there where I was digging a hole. There's a dime. Another dime right next to the last one. Quarter. Dime. Quarter. Quarter and another worm. Well, two worms, unless I cut him in half. Sorry, guy. This is worth recording. This is showing up as a solid 83. That's between a dime and between a quarter, so it might be something good in between. If I was a betting man, I'd probably say it's probably a quarter, a little crooked in the ground. But here's this. Well, now it's 82, 83. 83, 83, 83. Let's see how big it is. It's a coin-size object. Let's live dig this. Okay, right here. All right, let's see what it is. Sorry for flicking the plug towards you there. Right here. I could feel it. And was I correct in my estimation? Yes, it is another quarter. And here's another coin. And here's my thought of the day. You see all these coins I'm digging. There's going to be hundreds of them by the end of the day here. And the difference between these coins and things, let's say like a large cent, the only difference is the large cents ring up extremely high, and they are very good signals when you swing over them. So metal detecting, I guess one of the main things is it is about location. For example, you put me in a park, I'll find hundreds of coins. You put me in a farm that's old, I'll probably find a lot of coins. The only difference is they're going to be a lot older. So don't be discouraged if all you have is, you know, public parks and things. You'll have your moments. I know I have on many occasions. So keep it up and let's keep going. Quarter. This is different. Rang up like a quarter. Some kind of old pulley wheel. Quarter. It's about 10 o'clock and the sun is at full force, so it's time to break out the sun hat. That'll make me look really cool. Quarter. Quarter just under the grass. Quarter. Nickel. I got a nickel signal in this tree root right here. Sometimes roots push things up. I think it's just going to be a nickel. Maybe even a pull tab. Let's see. It's right there. Let's see what this is. No, it's still in there. Thought it would be right on the top here. Maybe it's something old. Oh, that's interesting. What is this? That's not it. Ah, pull tab. Everywhere you go in Northeast Ohio, you got the geese. Quarter. Well, that's an old looking tent stake. I cannot believe this. I had a high 80s into the 90s, and I was like, ah, it gotta be a piece of deep iron or whatever, because I dug so much crap today along with the coins in the other ring, and lo and behold, look at this. There is no doubt that is made out of silver. Oh, I am so glad you're here to experience this with me. Let me set this up so we can pop that plug out of there. Man. All right. That is a big one too. Here we go. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, I see 925 in there, confirming my suspicions. Hopefully you can see that too. I don't know if that's like Irish. I think this might be Irish. One of my other rings turned out to be Irish. A viewer said, hey, that's Irish. It's like, you're right, buddy. All right, you guys are a big help. I am so stoked about this. Now I'm definitely going to need to get a new ring box. Dime. So my objective is to give the average Joe or Jill that metal detects and doesn't go around asking for permissions, and all you have is public areas. And we'll talk about the river when I get in there a little bit later in the season here. This is what you could expect if you put in about 4 hours worth of work. A lot of coins. I wouldn't be surprised if I had 200 coins here. This ring, I need to check it out. I don't think it's anything special. And then, you know, the silver ring right here. That was a really nice find. Worth my trip and the excitement of finding it. That's why I do this. So we'll see you on the cleanups. First cleanup. Have to take my coil cover off and give that a spray too. A word on digging tools. There's a lot of digging tools specifically aimed at the metal detecting market. I would say don't overthink it. I paid $15 or so for this about 7 years ago, and today, this very day before my video, I noticed that one of these little nails fell out, so I put a screw in there. I'll probably get 7 more years out of this. Just a thought, maybe save you some money. Another tip to save you some money: pinpointers. They're going to wear out a little bit on the tip if you're going around in the holes, and they say don't use them as a digging tool, but you know, you can't help but prodding to find, you know, where your signal is. They sell boots for these. I don't know how much they cost. They're probably only a couple dollars, but what's cheaper is just have a roll of electric tape in your car and then wrap it several times like this. And I've had this tape on here for about 2 or 3 months now, and it's holding up pretty good. And a final money-saving tip: get yourself some kind of a lanyard like this. I've been using this one for quite a while, and it's just like a little cable in here that has some sort of a spring in there to retract it. I used to leave my pinpointers laying around, especially in the woods, and then when you lose them, you got to walk around listening for the signal that they beep every now and again. So a cheap little thing like this for about $14 will prevent you from leaving your pinpointer somewhere and perhaps having to buy a new one. Well, this is extraordinary. After 4 hours of digging, this is the only trash targets. On the other hand, 139 coins. There's $13.79 here. The breakdown is 37 quarters, 32 dimes, 16 nickels, and 54 pennies. So we'll tumble the clad save the pennies for another day, and then I'm going to polish up these two rings here and we'll have a closer look. And here's the second cleanup. The clad came out nice and shiny. That's how I like it. Why? Because I take it to the bank in coin rolls. I like to have a good relationship with a bank. Whenever I go in there and ask for a box of dimes or nickels or for coin roll hunting, they never hassle me. It's a good relationship. I think with this clad here, I was a little bit short of a $10 quarter roll, so I'll just give my wife some of these dimes and nickels, take a couple quarters, and then I'll have my $10 roll to take into the bank and deposit into our account. What else? So there were 2 Bicentennial Quarters. They're not rare, but it is, uncommon for me to dig a couple of them in one hunt, so that was a little unusual. Then this dime right here. It has a very narrow rim on one side. You can barely see it. And then on the opposite side, it is a very pronounced and high ridge on the rim. So I think that might be some kind of a mint error. Now, in regards to the rings, this one is not anything special. It's just a, basic metal ring. I don't know if it's aluminum or what it's made out of, but it's not proof marked and it's very crudely made. This was the find of the day, and you could see in the back there it says 925, so it's definitely silver. And what we have on here are Trinity knots that are of, I guess, Ireland, Irish of origin, and that's a nice beefy silver ring. So I ordered a new ring box, but until then, I'm just going to take these things and set them right in here on top of all the other ones. And when the new one comes in, I'll be on my way to 200. This is how I roll.